Alright guys, the first step we have to complete before we start working on our clay with our fish is we have 2 stencils at each table and we need 2 kids to cut those stencils out. After your fish is cut out, you're going to take your finger and you're going to smooth out the top of your clay. Since we have to share the stencils while somebody's cutting, the other kids at the table can be smoothing. Now we've got all different sizes of clay, and if you take your stencil and it doesn't fit on your slab of clay right away, that's okay. Figure out how much extra you need and you can push it down gently with your hands and it'll actually start to make that clay just a little bit bigger. If that's still not working for you, in order to fit your stencil on it, raise your hand and let me know and I'd be happy to show you another trick. When you're ready to trace your stencil, all you have to do is set it on top of your clay and you're going to use your opened up paper clip to trace around it. Your goal isn't to cut out your fish yet, but just to draw a rough outline in the clay that we can work from before we end up removing it. Just like that. Now this will help me because if I decide that I want an extra fin down here, I can add that on now. Stay away from making really thin things. I wouldn't go any thinner with any details than what I've just drawn here on yours. Now once you've got an outline that you like, you're going to do something with your paper clip called scoring. And what that means is you're just going to keep retracing around the outside outline of your fish until it pops out of your clay. You might have to do this 6, maybe even 7 different times until that fish comes out of your clay. I'll take this clay back when you're done with it. Now we've got some rough edges. If you look, we've got little pieces hanging off on both sides of our fish. So we're going to use our finger and we're just going to gently smooth all of that out. We want our edges to be nice and smooth so our clay doesn't end up getting really sharp as it fires. While you're working on smoothing out the edges on the back, now might be a good time to write your name. Once your fish is smoothed out on both sides, you can work back in with your paper clip, or you can use some of the clay tools at your table to experiment with making different features on your fish. So right now I'm using my paper clip to make an eyeball, and then I'm going to take the tip of my paper clip, poke it in, just like that. Using your curved end of your paper clip, you can also gently press that in to create a texture that'll start to look like fish scales. Before you end up putting your project over by sink number 2 on one of those green trays, please make sure to pick it up again and run your finger over the edges one more time and smooth everything out just to make sure it's not too sharp. Double check to make sure your name's on the back. Carefully carry it flat in your hands and set it on the tray by sink number 2. Everything on your placemat paper can go in the trash. Leave the stencils at the tables and make sure I get your extra clay back.